Now, almost 2 weeks ago, I was super excited to try out this brand new airplane for the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, finally, the Tri-Jet, the Boeing 727. Yes, published by the developer of Flight Sim Studio, the plane seemed very promising for a pretty, fair price of 40 euros. We got the cargo variant, the freighter version of this airplane, in an insanely beautiful manner. I mean, look at the exterior. This is one of the 1,000 liveries that this airplane comes with. We can take a look into the cockpit, which seems very realistic indeed. Yes, we have the flight engineer panel, which has full functionality too. With this beautiful clipboard, we can, remove chalk and cones and engine covers and close the doors and do everything. I mean, sometimes we talk about planes that cost twice as much, and this one looks equally amazing. Yes, we've got some cargo in there. We can put the clipboard down to start up the airplane. And that's where in my previous video about this airplane, the big disappointment came in, because it turned out that the plane was actually kind of broken. I could not start it up. If we turn on the batteries right here, there we go. We've got some lights going on here. And the next thing you would do is, turn over to the auxiliary power unit panel, the APU panel, where you would start up the airplane and it just would not work. Auxiliary power unit start. Perfect. All right, starting up everything. Why is this plane dead? The APU won't start. Maybe I'm a noob. Why is this not working? It's what a shame. We have this beautiful plane and we cannot even start it up nor fly it because the throttle was broken as well. Full power. Come on. What's this? Huh? Come on. No. What's wrong? Help. I'm just going full power. Now? Jesus. Obviously a huge disappointment because once again, all this looked so promising. And while not everybody had issues flying this plane, I don't know why I did. It seemed to be quite a common problem, which is why I'm so glad to tell you that there's been 2 updates now with a patch here that are supposed to now fix all these issues we've had. Yeah, here, look at the changelog. Lots of problems have been fixed. Also the APU system logic, which is great because now look at what happens. Yes, we've got light here. And let's start it up. We can hear an APU. So now we're finally able to fly the 727, which I really wanted to do for a while. I mean, we have it for the X-Plane Flight Simulator, relatively old add-on. And it's quite exciting to fly this plane because it's kind of sluggish, it's kind of old. The 3 Pratt & Whitney JT8D engines, were not insanely powerful, which is why these days the 727 would be probably considered underpowered. I mean, like the A340. It's interesting how airlines try to deal with that kind of underpoweredness. This is Mexicana Airlines, and they equipped the 727 with JATO rockets that would fire off in case of an engine failure. I mean, in Mexico, you fly very high density altitude airports, very hot airports, very thin air, which is not great for airplanes performance. Maybe for ultra realism, the Flight Sim Studio should add that as well. But now our APU started up, and I'm very happy that we can now, there you go, turn on the essential power to APU. And then when we, there you go, open the APU bleed right here, which nicely fills up with pressure of air to start up these 3 engines. I think we should be able to already turn them on. Here's the starter panel, continuous ignition, turn that on. There is a special sequence, I don't care, let's just start up the 3rd engine right there and hope that this works. Yeah, start valves are open, as you can see here indeed. And so we can see some movement in the N2 compressor of the JT8D engine. Very good. Now there you go. Put some fuel in there. And we are able to see spinach. Very good. Now, the good thing, I really do like flying the 727 because it's still quite a logical airplane. It's not what you consider maybe a Concorde, even though it does have a flight engineer panel. It's very nicely clean. There we go. And we can also start up the 2nd engine right there, the engine up top. One that we'll definitely need. I really wouldn't want to be flying this thing on 2. Yes, and 2 compressors coming up. This is starting up fine. Yes, that's something that makes me insanely happy. Talking about happiness, here we go. We can advance throttle and we see that it's not broken. Look, the plane is even screaming at us. Very good. I think it's just more than obvious that I've never flown a 727, even seen one in real life, so I cannot judge the, accurateness of the systems, but all is well. These engines are now so ready to go. We can release the park brake, and yes, take a look at all that. It's a lot of black smoke. I think, all right, that's interesting. Yes, polluting the whole of the south of Switzerland here at this Lugano airport, which hasn't the longest of runways. Which It's kind of scary. All right, all is well. Now, can we find some panel light so we can get this a little lighter here? Maybe up here. There we go. That's up right up here. Yes, I like, especially with these old school cockpits, turning on all the lights that we can get. And hey, they do work. Come on, more lights, more overhead. Yes, beautiful. Take a look at this very well lit cockpit. Now, obviously, I'm not, performing this flight very realistically. I'm not entering a flight plan. I'm definitely not going to use this old-ass inertial navigation system right here. Yes, back from the time before there was satellites, we had the SIVA inertial navigation system, and that sucked. I really do wonder, how did pilots not get lost all the time? Let's go ahead and switch that to GNS navigation. Yes, full-on IFR certified. Let's go and taxi onto this runway. Luckily, we don't have much weight here, which will come in handy right now because the takeoff run will be quite immensely long. Full power into the engines. Maybe not as much flaps here. Yes. Take a look at all that smoke. Everybody, climate protesters will be so happy about hearing and seeing this plane. But yes, we are advancing in speed quite quickly. It's not that bad. Plane does perform relatively well if you go low on the weight, but we're definitely going to be using that whole runway, every little inch of it. Come on, come. Oh my God, displaced thresh. Oh, grass. And dead. We are so dead. Damn, I didn't expect this. We've flown way bigger planes here. Great. Everybody, we are talking about quite a sluggish old lady. Come on. Just reset the flight here into the mountains. Do not crash. There you go. 200. Let's maybe try to do a landing right here. Oh, yeah. Beautiful GPWS callouts. We don't actually want to hear. They sound miserable. Let's go ahead and see if we can land this. This wall of flaps looking beautiful so that we don't have to land this plane at 130 million thousand knots. Let's see how the reverse thrust works. Oh, yeah. 200. Imagine if I had used these GPWS callouts, these old ones from Boeing, for the butter song. That would have been miserable. All right, let's use the touchdown zone here. Quite all right. Let's go ahead and stop now. Full power into the reverse thrust. Yes, that is working as it should. We are going all in on the knots. Beautiful. Hey, that's been a relatively quick stop right there. And how much I adore the animation of the shovels here, especially in the middle engine. Very good. We've been able to make a full flight. All right, let's forget about the takeoff. You know what? Maybe we shouldn't be so judgmental of Aerosucre's relatively problematic past with the 727. Yes. This thing can carry quite a lot of cargo, although you might not want that. And this beautiful clipboard right here, we can actually set up our flight, of course, especially the load here. Let's make it nicely fully loaded like that. Come on, make it quick, make it quick. That's great. We can kind of just skip that here. Perfect. Yes, everybody, Aerosucre. Uh-oh. No. Don't stop causing issues. What's wrong now? Okay, so when I advance throttle here on my throttle thing... Uh-oh. We've had this issue before. No, don't say you're broken again. Stop refusing to take off. You are a powerful airplane. Stop going back. Maybe if I keep shaking this thing, it should work. Yes, keeping it shaked, we should be able to... Yeah, all right. If I keep moving the throttle right here, we are able... I don't know. This thing is still not 100% fixed. This is weird. On the DHL plane, all seemed fine. All right, let's go full power. Yes. I've never had this kind of issue before. If I have to shake the throttle in order for this thing to keep full power, still means, though... Then we're gonna be operating this plane at very much lower engine speeds, which is not great. We are here in the middle of the city of Medellin right here at the old airport, which was in the middle of the city here in Colombia, I believe. Come on, let's take off. Aerosucre, you are a strong airline with a strong 727 with strong pilots that are able to shake the throttle. No, don't go down. Throttle has to stay up. All right, come on. Yes. Full on the flaps, please. We are going to be doing a Aerosucre classic for takeoff here. Now that is a proper overloaded. Induced by the brokenness of this airplane, it's a little strange. Let's keep, come on. Stay away from the houses. Stay away from the houses. We don't want the narcos on our neck by crashing this plane. All right. Lots of cocaine lost. Oh man, livery designers really weren't great back then. Smile. Okay. Still no luck. Maybe a takeoff? All right, now it's... Oh, hello. Now, what is causing issue? Like, even trying to advance throttle with my, there you go, with my keyboard. I'm holding the key down. It does not work. Well, at least we've got a few moments of fulfillment here, because we flew it for a bit. We figured out that the takeoff performance is quite shit. Come on. Yeah, there's no way we're going to be able to fly here. So ready the Flight Sim Studio 727. I would love to recommend it. I'm still having some issues with the throttle. I don't know why it just sometimes decides to work. I don't know why not. I've never seen this for the flight simulator. Maybe it is because I'm trying to spawn the plane in with the engines running on the runway, and there's one little switch that needs to be set but isn't, you know. But I can't wait for them to fix this in an update. The APU at least does work. That's good news. So buddy, can I recommend this plane? I mean, I don't know, not everyone's having this issue. If you were to ignore it, then I would say yes. So buddy, can't wait for part 3, and thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys tomorrow as always. Good night. And a special thanks goes out to my members, my supporters, Guns Killer, R27, James Duram, That Dude, Anime Gods of Gaming, Derek, Insider Plane, Nishijutsu Finer, Professional Jamal, Ryland Williams, and New the York. You've got beautiful names.